Right, let's have a look. Evening all, hopefully we're up and running. As per usual, stick a thumbs up in the thing below. And then we know we're running. Marvellous. Let's see, is there anybody there? Evening Peter, yes there is somebody there, good stuff. Right, looks like that's all good. Yes, so I've been busy trying to, evening Peter, Stella, trying to catch up with photographs and stuff today. I've had a lot of visitors today, which has been very nice. Quite a nice day for it, actually. But hence I've spent probably more of the day gossiping with people than I have sorting out photographs and things. But never mind. Everyone's gone home now. And so I'll catch up with some more tonight. So I think we're up to about 60 machines listed at the moment. There's another 20 odd to go. So I'll, get all those done over the weekend. Some of them need better descriptions yet. Some of them have only got one photograph on yet, because I'm just trying to get one of everything up that will be multiple views, as always, of everything, and videos next week. So that's where we're at with all of that lot at the moment. I'm around, should be around Cambridge all weekend. If you want to come and view anything, just get in touch and let me know. I noticed something interesting today when I photographed the flyover machine. Very nice all-win. On the playfield, I don't know if you'll see on there, you might need to zoom in on the website itself, but on the side of the bus here, in the corner, there's kind of an advert, on the printed onto the backflash for Craft's famous automatics. Crafts, of course, being another maker slash distributor seller of machines. So I wonder what that relationship was from Wonders and Crafts, whether these were made sort of commissioned by Craft perhaps or something, or why the name would be on there. I don't know, it's interesting. A lot of the Wonders machines have names of showmen and people who were friends of Wonders on them, friends of the family kind of thing. So it's quite interesting. There's a lot of detail on the Wonders backflash. There's a lot of things you don't instantly notice. Also, you see the little stop sign, sort of. I don't know if you can see where my cursor's wheeling around or not. But the stop sign has got the Wonders logo on it. The rather intriguing logo, shall we say, which some people have interpreted in various ways over the years. But yeah, it's on the stop sign as well. So can't quite read what the registrations on the cars are, but it wouldn't surprise me at all to know that those cars were somebody's, family members, or whatever. So yeah, interesting, I thought. Anyway, it's a nice machine actually. It's got 246 payout in it, all the trips. We got another one of these nice little pellet vending machines. We had a single column one a couple of auctions back. We go to more. Yeah, this one, which had, I've got a picture of the little round tins. Yeah, so it's single column with these little round tins that took the air pellets using shooting galleries, etc. You just about see it on the bottom of the picture there. And this time we've got a double column one. Again with all the Battle Watkins badges on it. This one has little oblong tins that the pellets would have gone in. Obviously the tins were reusable, just filled them up behind the counter, I guess, and they would have presumably sort of sat on the counter of the shooting range. Nice little thing again, so there's a penny slot on either side. Sweet little machine. What else have we put up? Let's go back here. The Corinthian Shocker. Fabulous thing, one of two known. There'll be small photographs of that going up. This fortune teller, this Argyle, Maurice / Argyle fortune teller. There's a load of cards in it. 30s ones, Samson ones. So there is, I think there's only one or two of the palmistry ones, but they're the usual palmistry ones. There's a decent little stack of love letter cards. They're kind of like the postcardy ones. think the Fortunes are General Fortunes. Future Husband, they're quite funny, the cartoony ones. And Future Wife and Future Baby. I don't think there's not that many baby ones. There was a whole, I thought there was kind of even of each, but there was a lot of, in the baby ones, was a lot of Future Wives. But anyway, you'll see, I've done a bit of a close-up. They're all quite good fun. Yeah, nice machine. It's original old artwork in it. Interestingly, on here, there's two dates I noticed. You've got on the top, you've got Argyle, two addresses rather. Argyle Auto Co. of 448 Camden Road. And on the back flash, you've got Argyle Auto Code of 541 Caledonian Road. And I think they got the name because it was Maurice traded under his own name first and then changed to Argyle Auto Co. when I think they moved to Argyle Square or Argyle Road, if I remember rightly. But 1908, I think it might have been. So sort of three different addresses, all within quite a short period of time. So yeah, nice machine. Evening, Kevin. Did you see what Elton John's pinball went for on TV? No. I had a text from my sister to say, oh, do you know about this auction program on the telly? I never watched TV, so no, I don't. How much did it make? I'm guessing something daft like 50 grand or something. Was it him selling it? Because he sold his pinballs years ago when he had that big auction, the big Sotheby's auction. The really big fancy glossy catalogues. They made quite a lot then. So I'm not sure, was it one of the pinballs coming around again, or was he supposedly selling another one? I say supposedly, bearing in mind I work in TV sometimes, and yes, you work in TV, you know how it works. But anyway. So no, I didn't see it. What else have we got? So we've got two different 11s. We've got the Crackle case, or sort of the castle top one, as it's commonly known. It's matching serial numbers, 2963 on that one. Original backflash in it. Old penny. And then we've got another, the plain one. Oh, I didn't put the serial number down on that one. That one's on penny as well. Again, original backflash. And then we've got a 3-ball 9 cup. Just needs a bit of glass. These little batch of Brian's machines have all been in store a few years. They're a bit, they're fine. They're good machines. They just want a bit of oil or a bit of WD-40, just freeing off a little bit. It's a little bit stiff, that's all. This one does need a glass. I think it's got original locks and keys. Little square Yale locks. And what was the other? Oh, gap win. I haven't had a gap win for a while. That should do okay. And again, just need a little bit of oiling because the little flaps are a bit slow or don't quite tip up. They just want, I think the springs are a little bit tight as well on them. So I just want a little bit of a tweak. But otherwise a good machine. Again, matching serial numbers to cabinet and front. It's on 1p this one, but obviously you can put it back onto old penny very simply. Where was the other Brian's? There was another Brian's 3-ball, wasn't there? 3-ball 7 win. That was an old penny. Again, original backflash. So yeah, few bits for the Brian's people. Eating Paul. So 33,000 for a pinball machine. Yeah, it sounds about right. Some poor prat got stitched up with that by the sounds of it. But there we go. If it was a real sale, of course. Leprechaun. He's quite good, isn't he? So he's got the meters in. He's got both meters in it. I think it just needs the key. As far as I can see, all the progressive stuff is there. I'll put the mechanism on the spinny turntable when I get around to doing the videos next week. But it's quite fun. Oh, excuse me. The fortune teller scales. This is quite intriguing. I like the coin slot on this, so you can see it's a 12, supposedly 12 coin slots. But the amusing here is it's very obvious that they all just go into the same hole, as it were. It's a plate with 12 slots on it. But anyway, the idea is obviously you put your coin in your birth month, in your zodiac, and then on the top of here the glasses come unstuck, as you can see on there. Just don't want sticking back in again. I think when you stand on the scales, I think what's supposed to happen is the shutter that's kind of half across, I think, just opens up and shows your weight and your fortune. But it's really good enamel on this one, very good condition. It's locked with no keys, unfortunately. That's the only thing, but not a huge problem. But you see, it's remarkably good nick. Nice bit of deco nonsense, which we always like. What else can I tell you? The video game, the little video. So this is a Taito, proper original Taito, with Japanesey stuff on the control panels there. Has got English instructions on the top. Can you really see? Well, you can't quite see, but these instruction cards are in English. It hasn't been used for a while, but it looks like it's all there. I did stick the plug in and absolutely nothing at all happened, so it's probably the power supply. It might just be a fuse, who knows. I don't do electronics, so, but it's been kept dry. There's nothing obvious missing, or there's no sort of plugs hanging out with the balls missing or whatever. So I'm pretty sure it's probably all there. And looks in pretty good nick, really. So these had black and white screens with these bits of coloured gel stuck over them to give the effect of colour. So yeah, quite a good fun little machine to go in. The Walden Goliath, I sort of photographed that as best I could. You can see there's lots of spares to the grab, the motor, the strips to hold the glass in. I think the one thing I didn't photograph was the front, the actual top door. So the door is there. The door has got glass in it, otherwise you need these 5mm panels of glass. Picture of the mech. And somebody says, where does it say Brian's? It's quite discreet. So the Walden Goliath electric crane is quite obvious, but you'll see just under the little instruction card, which kind of stands at an angle. So when you stood looking at it, you can't really see where it says Brian's Maker, Kegworth, Derby, etc. So yeah, so that's where it is. Of course, they made the manual version with like a ship's wheel on it, and this is the electric one, which was £5 more expensive, the electric one. I think they were £40 and £45, weren't they? Where's the little flyer? It says on here, I think. Yeah, manually operated, £40 with a ship's wheel on it. And electrically driven by universal motor, £45. I suspect we might get a little bit more than £45 for it. Certainly, I'd hope so. So it says it's been designed by Mr. W.E. Bryan in conjunction with the Walden Automatic Co. of Longford Street, London. As a result of this amalgamation, a crane of cranes has been evolved. The cabinet stands nearly 7 feet high and is hexagonal in shape and 3 feet across the corners, ideal for a centre position and yet quite convenient for a wall side site. The cabinet is built with steel, strong as a house, and of course non-warping. Cellulose is the medium used for the finish, which is second to none. The crane jib is arranged in the centre, giving 360-degree movement. The jib revolves all around the circle. Yeah, so just go right the way around. This arrangement, of course, gives a playing field of more than 4 times as large as the usual crane machine, so you get a lot of swag in it. Just think of the number and variety of prizes that can be offered on such a machine. Result, 4 times the period between servicing, a very important feature. The whole crane parts, jib, operating gear, etc. is massive, very massive, and is in full view of the player. crane is manually operated, non-electric. More interested the player working this machine is most interesting. Suitable therefore for pitches where no electricity is available. All controls are of a nautical design and are mounted on a beautiful fascia panel, chromium plated, complete with instructions. A simple glass panel door gives access to the prizes that have been won by the player. Mechanism is built on sound engineering lines, is robust and of steel, nothing to wear out or get out of order. Coin release is adjustable to take 1, 2 or 3 pennies, 6pence or 1 shilling. So you've got quite a variety you can stick in it. This machine is the most beautiful and finest constructed crane on the market. It is all British, of course. There you go. The crane of cranes. What does this one say? I think it says the same thing. Yeah, so there we are, that's that. Kevin says, I remember a Goliath crane with 2 wheels when I was younger. You might be thinking of the other crane, the curvy one. I think had 2 wheels, didn't it? Which was a metal body one again. Goes back to Brian's. More machines by Brian's. The All Square, I think you might be thinking of. Which is kind of similar. So this could be all mechanical. I think they did these in electric as well. So yeah, you had one windy handle to the right, and the left-hand one controlled the direction of where the crane landed. Sold a couple of these over the years. Impressive things, all curvy steel cabinet. I think it has the same jib and grab in it. Well, that's the one he says, yeah. They did that steel cabinet and they did a wooden version of it. This one. This must be a very big picture. It's taken all days to load. I think this was the one that was sold up in last year. Again, that same 2-handle operation. And then of course I did the big 6-sided one, this one. The All Square multi-crane. This one I think is only half of this picture, but this used to be mine, this one. I don't know what's happening, there's all stickers all over it, but we had this as the whole thing, as a 6-sided crane up in Botany Bay, where we had the big arcade up in there. 6 cranes, huge thing, it's like 6 foot or so across. And it took literally 100 weight of sweets to fill it. 100 weight of sweets and 1,000 lollipops. We had stuck in it like little trees planted in all the boiled sweets. And it took an absolute fortune. Just that huge mass of sweets when the kids saw it. You know, their eyes popped out of the house, out of their heads. And it just took money. So this was originally a manual one, but it had all motors in it, so it was electric. Electric driven. They're just taking the little handle bit off the turning handle. Yeah, good thing. I don't know where it is now. Clive had it when we sold Botany Bay and Clive took over. And I think half ended up in the auction. I don't know where the other half is, if he's still got it, or if he's out on site, or what. But yeah, an impressive thing. It was on the Canvey Island arcade. Kevin said, oh yeah, we had some pictures of those, didn't we, a little while ago. And of course the other crane Bryce did with this awful looking, but actually a really good crane. What do they call it? The new crane or something? Just the crane, whatever it was, 70s thing. But if you've seen these running, the jib constantly moves from side to side like it's in a track mode. Very, it says 1970, I think. So for an attract mode in the machine, it's quite an early concept, really. And they look pretty awful, look very 70s, isn't it? But they are a good machine, and again, they took really good money. There's a video over there running. Yeah. There we are. Cranes all around. Pendulum. I'd like to see a pendulum. Anyway, where did I get to? What else was I going to... jukebox, G80, yeah. The pinball machine there. So I've got that up and running now and been playing it. And it's quite good fun. Very complicated, these modern pinball machines to play, because you've got the things speaking at you and things are flashing and beeping and God knows what else. And then you've got things coming up on the screen. And trying to concentrate what the actual pinball is doing as it's firing around. So yeah, but yeah, it's quite a good machine. All working fine. Can't have a play if you like. I will put a bit of description on these. I say so many descriptions as yet, but they'll get them. I think that's it. I think we discussed the other things before. Yeah. Pepsi machine at the moment, haven't got any keys for it, and it's locked, which is a bit of a nuisance, but it's extremely heavy, so there must be lots of gubbins in it. Maybe it's full of Pepsi still, or money or something. But of course, Pepsi being much rarer than the Coke. I haven't looked up what year this one is yet, but it's a VF90B-C, apparently. Hasn't got a number, hasn't got a date on the little plate. But yeah, there we are. So yeah, it's coming along slowly but surely. So over the weekend I will get the rest of the machines. There's another 20 something to do. Most of the photographs are done. I'm just waiting for some to come back, or I'll do some myself, whatever. So keep an eye out. There'll be updates across the weekend, and then catch up with all the other bits and bobs as well. There's some circusy bits and magicy bits. There's a few more sort of advertising bits and bobs to go on. There's another couple of big fairground panels which I mustn't forget to photograph, because they're in a different building at the minute. What else have we got? Some pinball back glasses. Got a note here somewhere what they are. Hang on a minute, let me find a bit of paper. Pinball glass. So we've got a Medusa. And we've got a pool shark. That one's nicely framed, ready to hang up in your games room. And also got a 10 stars. Again, also very nicely framed, ready to hang up. Got a bit of twisted brass, that's always in demand. All polished up, ready to go. So if you're looking for a bit of twisted brass for your gallop horse or whatever. Yeah. That's in that one. I've got on that bit of paper. The notes all over the place here at the minute, but we're actually getting through a pile of notes on my desk and getting it all uploaded. So yeah, that's probably it tonight. Just a short, sharp one really, to let me know where we're up to on all the cataloguing type stuff. So continuing across the weekend. I'm around all weekend here in Cambridge. If you want to come, you're more than welcome. Come and have a look at anything, have a cup of tea, put the world to rights, etc. Just get in touch. Next video will be Sunday night as usual. I will dig out another nice little vintage film and some photographs and bits and bobs to make it a little bit more interesting than just nattering about auction stuff. I just haven't had time in the week. I've been so busy. I kind of lost that week when I put my back out and was in bed most of the week. Put me a little bit behind, and of course there's just so much stuff this time. It's such a big auction that yeah, it takes longer to do. So playing catch up in a minute, but we will get there as always. Right, so I think that's about it. I will catch up again Sunday night. You know where I am in the meantime. Have a jolly weekend, whatever you're up to. Don't buy too many pinball machines for 33,000. If we'll get that for the 24, I don't think we will quite somehow. But you know, 25 grand, anybody? Sure we could do a buy it now if you got 25 grand for a pinball machine. Right, that's it. I'm off to get some dinner. I'll see you Sunday. Nighty night.